This is Answer Meditation, and you're tuning in to Sandy Daley.
Natural beauty.
The original three C's, the Black Carrie Bradshaw.
Listen.
You want the gossip? You want the information? The news? The real talk?
You sexy
You are now tuning into the Daily Grind with me, Sandy Daley. Let's go, baby. Of course, good evening, good day, good morning, wherever you are. I'm just going to say the devil is a liar. Okay, my apologies for starting the show a little bit late today, but we are here. A little bit of things happening, but you know how it is. You just get it done. You know, that song that D'Angel actually made, Single Mother. That's me, okay? Just ran home from a basketball practice with my son. And that's the other thing, too. I just want to let you know that the show will be 9 p.m. from now on because Sandy's got to be a mom with a little kid that plays basketball. And you know the basketball practices end at 8 p.m. So got to dolly and run and get here on time. But here I am. So today, of course, we have an enormous show. I've got a big guest because, of course, I only do big things here on this show, on the Daily Grind. And I thank you so very much for watching me wherever you are. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're watching, I thank you so kindly. I have got Miss Faith Greaves on the show with me today, and I am so proud of this lady. I'm going to say young lady because she looks so nice. I only get nice looking women on this show. I'm going to have to tell you that, right? And I also have Stacy Irvin again. There she is. This is Miss Faith Greaves. She has been doing so many things in the community, and I'm actually met her as a part of a documentary that I directed and wrote last year, and it's coming out pretty soon. It's called I Can't Be the Only One. She was a force in that documentary. And of course, for me, it's one of those things where I only, as I said, try to like encourage and, you know, meet and align with people who are doing great things. So today, as I said, we've got Miss Faith Greaves. We're going to be showing a little bit of the documentary later. But right now, I'm going to be bringing up Faith because Faith is just so beautiful and gorgeous. There she is. Hi, how are you, honey? How are you doing? And you are muted.
Thank you so much, Han. Oh my goodness. It's such a beautiful time to be with you each time we get together. So I'm loving it. Thank you so much for inviting me tonight.
Not a
Really
problem, because
appreciate
I
it.
had to. I had to. I only, as I said, like to have folks that are encouraging, are motivational, that are inspiring, and you are one such lady. Now, as I said, I met you through my documentary, I Can't Be the Only One, that I directed, because I wanted to highlight folks in the city of Toronto who, you know, who are pushing, who are struggling in some ways, but at the same time, have actually gone ahead and made such a way for themselves and who are helping others. And you are doing that. Now, Faith, talk to me about and tell the folks who Faith Greaves
Oh
is.
my goodness. Oh, thank you so much. I wear so many hats within the community and I love what I do. So I guess I'd say just a born community leader, outreach person who really is passionate about our journey, our community, and in supporting it in every way possible. Once I have the strength, the stamina, even without the support, going at it. So we've worked with, for example, the asylum seekers who came in on 2023 on our shores. We helped them by providing them with resources, food, clothing, connecting them with other service provider, and that's still ongoing. I'm a part of an organization called ACC, so the African Canadian Collective, and within that collective, there's about 21 organizations that really support the asylum seekers and refugees. There's some great things coming out with that organization, that collective I'm a part of, and I'm loving it because it's all positive. It's all about supporting again our people, and these are the ones coming in from the continent. So that's a big piece. I'm also the co-vice chair for the Harriet Tubman Association, an organization that I'm passionate about. When we think about Harriet Tubman, she was a powerful woman, Black woman, and what she did during the period that she lived was just amazing. And so the organization is really to provide youth justice for our young people. There's more work that we're doing behind the scene. And I'm just loving when it comes to supporting our young people. I am also involved in, so I'm telling you the groups that I'm involved with. I'm also the president for the UNIA. Most people wonder, what is the UNIA? So that's the Universal Negro Improvement Association, an organization that was started by Marcus Mosiah Garvey, one of my hero, one of my mentor, because he really talked about Black unity, us creating a social economics for our people. He teaches
Right.
us we need to be self-reliant. He teaches how we should work together and who we are as a people, a strong people. Just an amazing man he was. And so having this opportunity to be involved in this organization, it's amazing. So we're setting up the Toronto division. So we're always seeking and looking for volunteers, people in leadership who wants to be a part of this because it is going to be big. I am also, of course, the president and founder for Mosiah's Women's Network Society. That's my
Right.
baby. And
Right.
that baby allows me to empower Africans, Canadian, and Caribbean women, children, youth, seniors, and families through life and social skills, art, culture, sports, education, and socioeconomics. So the platform
You're
is
very busy. Let's just say that. You're very busy.
very busy. Very busy. I won't even speak really about some of the awards that we've received, but one that was very important to me was the 100 accomplished Black Canadian women. That's through Jean Augustine organization. I was one of the recipients for last year, and
Mhm.
that really made an impact.
And,
That
and I saw that. I saw that thing,
yes,
and I thought to myself, how amazing. I was like so amazed because I've known you for a little minute, and every time I speak to you, you're doing something that is encouraging, that is inspiring, that is so great for the community. But how is it? And I just wanted to ask you, where did this drive, this passion come from to be so involved, to be so caring towards the community that you try to serve?
well, it comes from a place of selflessness. It comes from a place of love and care and passion. And not only that, again, that mentor, Marcus Garvey, and
Right.
not only that, as I'm going to use the word, I'm a spiritual person. I believe in God, and we are supposed to be our brother's keepers.
Hmm.
We're supposed to take care of each other, no matter how challenging it is. Once you have the energy, the desire, the love, and the passion for people, it makes a difference.
Right.
So I think what happens, he just keep rejuvenating me to do the
Right.
things that I do. Because
Right.
I'll go to bed at 2:30 in the mornings every morning,
Wow.
and I'm up at 7:30
Oh my
because
God.
and then my brain doesn't shut down because it's what do I have to do tomorrow? What needs to get done? Who am I going
Right.
to connect with? What's happening? So there's always so much, and I've got these wonderful international students from the continent as well,
Yeah.
and I just love these young people because they're so amazing and they're a big part of my journey as well. And so just hearing them call me auntie, mommy, and so forth, it makes me do more, in a sense that we have to do what is needed. We have
Right.
to, yes.
And you're certainly doing that. And as I said at the top of the show when we started, I met you through the project that I'm currently working on, the documentary entitled I Can't Be the Only One. So I am the producer, the creator, and the director. Man, I tell you, just like you, but nothing like you. Trust me. At least I sleep, right? But this this documentary is coming up because I wanted to highlight women such as yourself, and we have six amazing women, Patricia, including Patricia Baby, Rosemary Sadler, myself, yourself,
Yeah.
Pearl Son, a lot, Shirley, that have actually gone through
Mm-hmm.
struggles of corporate world, and I wanted to show that. But the thing is, this documentary that I did with you was to show the resiliency that Black women have, that women have, diverse women have when it is that the corporate world shuns them somehow, right?
Right.
So what I'm
Yes.
going to show right now is just the project. I can't be the only with you. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Just a second.
Thank you.
The system that was supposed to provide me with employment in my profession failed to do so repeatedly.
Messiah's Women's Network Society's objective is to ensure that our community is well. And when people are well, the wellness comes from also eating healthy and good food.
I Can't Be the Only One is a story of us as Black women, as diverse women, coming together and saying, hey, we want to tell you about our stories. Please listen to us.
The process of making and being able to create something that speaks to somebody.
In an ideal world, I was pursuing my dreams with courage and boldness without being afraid of limitations. And I would tell stories that resonate with me.
I went to the restaurant that was in the hotel.
Right.
And the person kept walking by. And the restaurant wasn't that busy. I waited. And the person finally came up to me and said, "You still here?" And he said, "No, we don't serve you."
Just listening to them experience the things that I have experienced, but also things that I never thought existed in Canada or anywhere else around the world, I thought to myself, this is crazy. This has to be highlighted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
Thank you.
that.
Right. So it's funny because everyone that's involved, and this is the first time I'm actually showing it out there. We're
Wow.
in post production right now. Has,
Thank
you know,
you.
Faith herself has said, Sandy, when is it? What does it look like? So now you can see some of what it looks like.
Yes, it's
Where are you
looking
going with it? Right? Where are you going?
yes.
As I said, it's I wanted to show folks such as yourself who are so inept with resiliency. No matter what happens, you're always like pushing forward. I love that, and this is what this documentary is all about. So it will be in festivals at the end of the year soon, and then also for next year. So I'm so honored to have had you in this program, in the program, yes, but also in my documentary. But back to you, Faith. Like for me, as I said a few minutes ago, every time I speak to you, you're doing something. I know that there's something coming up this Saturday.
Yes.
Exactly what is that all about, and how are you involved?
Okay. So it's actually on the organization All African People Revolutionary Party. So they're doing the African Liberation Day celebration, which was really established in May of 1963, May 25th,
Right.
1963. And it really breaks down and focus on colonialism, breaking down those barriers that our people are challenged with, because it unfortunately it still is in some of our bloods, and that's all I can say, because of how we behave,
Right.
how we also treat each other, because it's
Mhm.
not just the masters,
Right. Of
also
course,
us.
it's
we are,
also us.
we're at the core of it, but it's also
Yeah, for
us
sure.
adopting these behavior and continuously on the same track and not wanting to make those adjustments.
Right.
So this event will give us an opportunity because, of course, the UNIA, Marcus Garvey was really a champion when it comes to the Black people coming together and acknowledging who they are,
Hmm.
working together for a common cause. You'll find groups that were within the UNIA branches off and form a number of different organizations carrying the message. They're carrying the message in reference to the resilience of our people coming together, understanding that we are one people, one community. We should have this big dream of working together. So this event, they will be showcasing a number of speakers and activities. So we get to speak for about a minute or two. I'm
Right.
excited about it. I'm excited about it because I really want to be able to talk about a united African that are in the diaspora.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we in the diaspora, we're still so broken. We're so far away from getting close to each other because we still, for some, we have the mark, the bruises, the resistance, and it creates a lot of pressure as to how we see each other,
Right.
how we work with each other. There's so many competition within our own community, and there's
Yeah.
not a need where, hey, what do we need to be doing? Collaborating, working together, because we are a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Once we identify who we are as a people, no one wants to see that unity. And we, at the end of the day, we have to think about it. Do we really love ourselves?
Mm-hmm.
Because when you love yourself, and I'm looking at you, you're a reflection of me. So that
Right.
love should automatically transform onto you. I
Yeah.
should want to help you wherever it is you need to get to. I should be a source of refreshment and encouragement to you. So this event on Saturday will be an opportunity to also showcase the UNIA coming forward and having this division here. And I'm excited about it because
Right.
every opportunity I get to speak about the UNIA, it's important. I,
Right.
as I said, I love Marcus Garvey, his vision and his mission, and I learned about him when I went to Jamaica and worked there.
Right.
And never knew about him, and I thought this man is amazing. If
Right.
we were following along in his footsteps, where we would be today as a
Exactly.
people. My
Exactly.
gosh,
Right.
because we again are so powerful. We're powerful people.
Yeah. And
Oh,
you're powerful. You're powerful, Faith, a hundred
thank
percent.
you.
And I wish you nothing but the best. So
Thank
before we
you.
leave, I like to get folks to reach out to other people when they're on the show, because a community is what we're all about, reaching out to others, making sure that we're staying aligned and engaged. How can folks
Yes.
reach out to you to want to ask you about your projects, or ask you what you're doing, or just to say, hey, I might have something that you might want to become involved in? So how can folks reach out to you?
Absolutely. Well, they can always email, which is Mosiah, Mozia,
Okay.
Mosiah Shows, SHOWS, at gmail.com. Or look me up on Instagram, Facebook, Mosiah's Women's Network Society. You will find me. It's this unusual little M symbol with a
Right.
ball in the center, like someone lifting up, or two mothers lifting up a baby or so. So
Right.
you can't miss me at all. And yeah,
Right. Very visual, and very so much on right on the money, because that's who you are.
thank
When
you.
we actually got the footage for you, for the documentary, and the folks that you helped, it was just so moving. Honestly, I'm telling you straight up, the editing room, we had tears, because we were like, oh my God, this lady is so amazing. So
Wow.
it was a great. No, seriously, we were. I have editors. I had editors that I was working with, and we were sitting there watching the footage, and I just was really in awe of the
Yeah,
things that you were doing, and just the self lessness that you're putting forward into the world. So we are so grateful. We are
thank
so thankful
you.
that you're doing your work. I wish that you get the encouragement and the support. A lot of times we talk about encouraging. Yes, that's fine. Words are great, but also you need
Yes.
financial backing, right?
Absolutely. It takes a lot. It
Yeah,
takes a lot to do the work that we do, and we do it with grace and pleasure. And we
yeah,
do it because it's an assignment that was given to me, and that's the best way I could term it. I cannot say no when there's X amount of people, two, 300, 400 people behind
right,
me leading the service. So I can't say no because it's who am I hurting?
right.
The ones behind me. So I just take it, run with it, and do what I need to do. It's called self-sacrificing.
Exactly.
How many of us are willing
To do
to
that.
have that selfless
Yeah,
love for community?
yeah.
It's
And
not easy.
you are an example
It's
of
not
that. And as I
easy.
said,
Thank
folks,
you.
it's great to listen, and it's
Thank
great
you.
to say, "Oh, she's so nice about." No, honey, let's fork up some cash. Let's just
Yes,
give her
let's
the support.
support. Let's
That's
support.
Let's support.
Yes.
Put your money where your mouth is, and let's
Thank
support her.
you.
So you know where to find her online. Faith, it was
Thank
a pleasure.
you.
Thank you so very much, and
Thank
I
you,
will see you
Sandy.
at the. I'm sure I'll see you and talk to you before, but I'll 100%
Absolutely. For
see you.
sure.
I'll see you at the premiere of I
For
Can't Begin to
sure. I
Walk.
can't wait. It looks good. I can't wait. I'm excited.
All right. Thank
You
you
got
so
me
very much.
going.
Yes. Bye, honey. Thank you so very much. Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
And that, of course, was Faith Graves, and she is just such an amazing lady. As I said, I met her when I was doing my documentary that I produced and wrote and directed. Yes, I even washed the dishes and clean the bathroom on the set. When you're a creator, is you have to kind of always sometimes do everything, and you do it out of the love of what you do and not expecting anything. So that's exactly what happened there. Now, another person that loves what she does and is so passionate about what she does is Miss Stacey Irvin. We actually had her on the show a few days ago, and we're going to be rerunning a part of just a clip that we have for her because her products, Shandina Organic, is just an amazing set of a brand. It is something that you want to just make sure that you grab. We have a few photos off that right now. We're actually going to show you. It is clean. It is classy looking. It is just, something that you want to. I saw her at the mall and I had to say to her, I stopped and I said, listen, your products, like, there's one right there. Your products look so great. It was actually her son, right? Her teenage son that was there. And I said to him, this is such a great product. Can I speak to your mother? And he gave me the information, gave me the contact, and it was just amazing just to see. So I am just so grateful that we're going to have her again right now. It's just a few minutes, so we'll show her interview right now. And this is the interview that we did with Stacey Irvin. Just one second. And we're going to be bringing that up pretty soon. So right now, as I said, just look at her products. What does it do? Build up immune system, support healthy weight loss, support healthy insides, outsides, everything. Right? That is her product, Shandina Organic, and she was here last week. She's just a beautiful woman inside and out, and her skin was just glowing. When I actually saw her in person, I thought, my Lord, this lady, it just looks so pretty, right? It's like she looked like a baby. Her face was just so clean, and this is all her product. So definitely, this is Shandina Organic, and for me, as I said, it was basically me just kind of looking at the products in the store and said, listen, I really, really like this, right? How is it that you actually get this product out there? So she came on, and we are definitely going to be showing that interview very soon. And I do have that very soon. So we're going to be going up that. But before we do that, I would just want to talk about a few things. So, we have to kind of get back to what is happening out there in the world, right? We have the Diddy case that's still going on. We have all kind of stuff going on. And so right now, I know that they're still ongoing with that case. And for us, it's, as I said last week, don't ever wish for anybody's life. You never know exactly what people are going through. You might see people with the glitz, the glamour, the money, the car, the expensive home, the big grandiose things, the watch. Never wish for anyone's life, because you never know exactly what is happening to them. You don't know exactly what is happening in their lives. And so we're seeing, people, these stars, these people of influence who have been brought in to us, into our world, right? Into our lives, and we actually seeing what is happening and what happened to them. And so for me, it's just very difficult to actually watch this, because you never know what people are living, what kind of lives they're living. As I said, you never know what's happening, but to hear some of the things. And who are we to judge? I always say to people, don't judge me, and I will never judge you. I'll let the man, the universe, whatever you believe in, judge you when it's your day to be judged. It is not my time to judge anybody. And so for me, it's just difficult, as I said, just to kind of hear the things, because I just want to make sure, as I said, that people understand that, these things, these materialistic things, material things are just frivolous. They're not of anything worth a lot of times, because sometimes the soul is just so lost. So that's what I got from that. And once again, as I said, never wish for anyone. Stacey Irvin is from, of course, Shandina Organic, and she is our primary beauty sponsor for the entire month and moving forward, because I love this woman so much and I love her product. So I'd like to welcome Miss Stacey Irvin to my show, The Daily Grind with Sandy Daley. Stacey, how are you?
I am good, thank you. Thanks for having me back on the show.
Oh, of course, girl. Man, I tell you one thing, I know how to pick them. And as I said, for those who don't remember, I saw her products at the Scarborough Town Center, and I had to go up to her and say, listen, to her son actually, who was there, and said, listen, I need to know what these products are all about because they look so clean and fresh. So just to reiterate, Stacey, exactly what do you put in these things? Because I remember I talked to you and I said, I think I asked you if my broccoli could go in there. And you said yes, right? So tell me, exactly how do you make these products and how do you decide to put what in your product?
So basically, before I make a product, I always pray. That's number one. I always pray and
Number
I ask
one.
guidance. So what's inside my products is fruits, vegetable, herbs, butters, and oils. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's all natural, all clean products, all organic. No sulfate, no paraben, no chemicals. It's just all natural ingredients that you can
Wow.
find in your kitchen.
In your kitchen, literally. So if I was as smart as you, I could actually make my broccoli into something that could go in my face, but I'm not as smart as you, right? That's why you're here. So, but tell me, Stacey, how do you decide which fruit, which vegetable to use in your product?
So I do a lot of research. I do a lot
Right?
of research to find what will help with acne, that will help with fine lines, that will help with wrinkles, that will help with hyperpigmentations. And then I put all of them together, and then we do like a trial base for a month with elder, middle age, younger, and kids that are 8 years old. So we always do testing with a month and a half, and then we see how it works, and then we put it out. If it's ready to put out to
Right.
the public, we do that.
Wow. And I know that you have some products there right there with you. So let's just go over a couple of them if you don't mind. So first of all, let's look at the hydrating hair tonic. What exactly does that do? It sounds really amazing. So tell me how that works.
So our hydrating hair tonic, it helps stop shedding and it helps moisturize, grows, and thickens your hair. So if your
Wow.
hair is a bit dry, need some moisture, some hydration, if you have dandruff on your scalp and you have some scalp issue, this help balance your scalp pH and help hydrate and moisturize your hair and also help
Wow.
it to grow. Yeah.
Now, is there a time period that you have to use this? Is it like a 3 month period to see a difference or a month? What happens?
Some people, they will start to see and feel a difference in their hair after the second use. Some people
Wow.
say when they put it on the first use, they feel their hair a little bit softer because they seal it in with our oil as well. So
Wow.
it all depends on the person and your hair type.
Wow. Okay, so show me another product that you have there, Stacey, please. Something
So
to help
we
with old face.
we have our Kapu butter. This
Oh, I
is
want
one
to
of
see
our
that.
bestseller. That helps with eczema, hives. If you get a cut, it helps heals it. Also moisturize your hair and grows your hair as well. And you can use it on your face as well. So this is like a head to toe butter. If you get a
Wow.
cut, it heals it for sure. Because
Wow.
the neem, the kapu, and the shea butter and the aloe vera, they have great healing properties. And when they
Right.
combine together, they're a powerhouse.
Wow. And so how thick, for that product, how thick is it? If you don't mind opening it up, let me just see exactly what it looks like inside. Wow, amazing. So it's like a cocoa butter that kind of goes on and it can,
Exactly. And it smells good. Although it's organic and natural, we
yeah.
mix essential oils together to make the product smell good. So you don't walk around smelling like butters and oils. You smell good.
I
Yeah.
know, right? Sometimes I walk around people, and even myself too. You kind of bought something, you go, okay, that don't smell too nice. It might do what it needs to, what it's supposed to, but it doesn't smell nice. So, what else
Yeah.
do you have there, Stacey? Please.
So we have our Manuka Papaya Silk Body Butter. This body butter for summer, you gotta have it.
Uh oh.
Smells good, feels like
Yeah.
silk on your skin, hydrates, moisturize. It's
Is
just a
that
smell.
right?
It stays for the whole night. You put it on
Wow.
your body in the nighttime, go to bed, it's on your sheets. You walk around, you do it in the morning, you put on
Yeah.
your pants or whatever, you
Yeah.
take it off, you smell it at the end of the day. The
Right.
scent doesn't go, it lasts.
It lasts. So, is that like that? I'm gonna have to call that. You find yourself a husband butter. Find yourself a man for this one.
Find yourself a good husband. I'm telling you. And this is just it's so nice. Like it goes on like silk. Goes on like
Oh,
silk.
amazing. I love that. That is
Right.
so, and it doesn't like have a sticky, like a
No,
foam. Sometimes you have those things and it just, after I look like a white person where it looks so walking around like very white and cakey. It
exactly.
doesn't have that, right?
It just
It just
melts
kind of
right
smooths
into your
and
skin.
it melts right into your skin. Exactly as I was gonna say. So, Stacey, you have got, this situation done, as we say, locked, because you obviously have kind of tapped into something that a lot of folks have not. Why did this happen to you? Was there like an experience that you, hey, and that is a part of the interview. We're going to be playing a little bit more on Saturday. And Stacey's going to actually answer that question. Why did she start making these products? Because, what I find is that when people actually do things or get into things, there's always a reason why. Something happened to that person in their past, something happened to them that was either traumatic or great. And so she's going to actually answer. And this is so good. I have folks on Instagram right now. Stacey, if you're listening or watching, folks on Instagram want your product. They are just amazed by it because, as I said, I like clean things. And a lot of people that are watching like clean and just perfect looking things. This is what Shandina Organic is all about. It is just clean. It is just classy. There's no filter to it. She just knows exactly what she's doing. So make sure that you go to her website, Shandina Organic, and order something. And just when you actually reach out to her, just say, listen, I saw your product on the Daily Grind with Sandy, and Sandy told me to come get it. Because trust me, I don't lie to you here, folks here. When I say do something, I mean it from my heart, because I would only want to encourage you to get something if I'm using it. And it is a great product. So there we have this show for today. I thank you so very much. Another little bit of information. From now on, the show will begin, as I said, at 9 p.m. because this young lady, I'm going to call myself a young lady. Yes, okay, go with that. I'm still 25 in my head. Has to actually bring her son to basketball, and it ends at 8 p.m. and then scurry here and come and make it. So 9 p.m. shows from now on, God willing, of course, every Wednesday, but I'll still see you at 6 p.m. on Saturday, right back here on the Daily Grind with Sandy Daly. If you want to watch it, of course, you have to go to the Sandy Daly on my sites, which is Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, but I also put stuff up on TikTok as well. So with that being said, I thank you so very much for indulging with me and indulging me to come into your home tonight. And it was fun. It was great. Guys, it was amazing. I'll see you, God willing, once again, as I said, on Saturday at 6 p.m. And in Toronto here, it's raining like anything. So make sure you have your umbrella. Bye, guys. Take care.